I'll ask you both the straight-up question. What do you think it's going to be for Bobby Cutts, life or death? So, Gwendolyn, what do you think? Do you think they're going to, are you with Randy on this, that they would have just across the board convicted him of everything, all the worst? Is there hope for him, or do you agree with those out there who say the longer they're out, the more likely they are to come back with a death sentence?
I think the more likely that they're out, they're mitigating it in his favor. That's how I feel. That's my gut feeling. I think they're taking their time. I think if they were going to, you know, as this gentleman said, they were going to kill him, I think they would have made a quick decision and they would have just come forward and done it. Now, in this case, what's interesting is, I think what may be a good mitigating factor is not the fact that you have people testifying that he was a cop, he did a good job, and he was an honor student, but you have his parents sort of talking about why he may have been desensitized. You know, they talked about the divorce. I think that's going to be key and critical, and that might save him.
Yeah, and I also think what they may be considering as key and critical is his statement. Of course, he testified at trial, and that's with them. It's the same jury. But then he got up yesterday, and I think to even greater effect, or I guess now it was 2 days ago, begged the jury to save his life and offered up that thing that juries always want to see, remorse. Here's a little bit of Bobby Cutts' unsworn statement before the jury that will determine his fate.
I want to apologize. I want to apologize to Patty and Mr. Davis and all of Jesse's family. If I could do anything to bring them back to you, I would. I pray that you find peace and that you someday find room for forgiveness.
Bobby Cutts begging the jury to spare his life. And what do you think, Gwendolyn? Lindsey Jackson, is that going to matter?
That's very compelling, and I would say that those tears look real. Those tears look like he's remorseful, as opposed to how he sort of looked at trial. It didn't really look believable. That's going to be significant. But juries are, you can't really just call it out and out. You can just have an educated guess. And my gut feeling is the longer that they stay out, and because you have some mitigating factors, not just from him, but you have maybe I don't want to say, it's never excusable what he did, but you have
explanation for how this could have happened. All right, Randy, let me come over to you on this issue of whether this should be a death case at all. I'm going to talk about this in my last word.